Mindset Mashup podcast. Here we are, and today I get to spend 5 minutes with the man himself. I can't believe I'm on here with him. You may have seen him in a West Ham top, QPR top, somebody you may have even seen on the BAFTA nominee, Premier League Player of the Month, which is rare as a defender from what I've seen. Anton, big thank you for coming in, man. I can't believe I'm here with you, man.
No problem, man. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
So 3 questions. I don't know if you've seen the episodes, but we've got 3 questions. One about mindset, one about some of the life lessons that you've learned. If you're new here, welcome here. I'm going to put all of Anton's social medias in the description. Go follow him, or if you're here for me, go follow me. It's Real Talk George on Instagram. And just, this platform's all about helping you with your mindset. So, Anton, back to you, my friend. So the first one is, how has your mindset helped you get where you are? Obviously, BAFTA nominee, lots of like Premier League football clubs. You've got some big achievement there. So how do you think your mindset's helped you get where you are?
I think your mind's one of the most important things in any type of success or any hole that you're in or any dark place that you're in. Your mind's going to play a part of of helping you get to where you need to get to. And mind's definitely played a part in that happening. I mean, just a few scenarios of obviously being Rio's younger brother, playing the exact same position as him, playing for the same club as kids, and getting to the first team. Was it hard for me? 100% it was. If I was mentally weak or my mindset wasn't as strong as it needed to be, I would never have been a Premier League footballer. And the reason being is because I was always compared to him, and he was arguably the best defender to ever play in the Premier League. So to be compared to somebody like that, and I didn't manage to reach his heights, but to be compared to somebody like that week in, week out, and every time I stepped on the pitch or walked down the street, there was always that comparison. You had to be thick-skinned because a lot of stuff came with that. Then moving on in life, obviously the incident happened with John Terry. The ripple effects after it in terms of the social media abuse that I received, the abuse that I received walking down the street, was something that was terrible. Something that will live with me forever. And through having a good mindset through football and having a good having good people around me, I was able to really be able to be protected to an extent from a lot of the stuff that was happening to me.
So it could have went either way, couldn't it? It could have like affected and reduced your performance, but you sort of stepped up. So that resilience, that
yeah,
sort of like that positive mindset helped you instead of sort of, as you said, like self-comparison. As you said, for you, that was a big one. But I think many of us outside just being comparing ourselves to other people in general is crippling people. But for you, it almost sounds like you sort of wore it with sort of like a badge of honor and thought, no, do you know what? I'm going to step up. I'm gonna make this work for me.
yeah, definitely. And as you said, you alluded to there, a lot of people. Let's use today as an example. Social media, people go in there to compare themselves with other people.
Mm.
You know, I didn't want to be compared to Rio, but I was. So I had to deal with it. It's as simple as that. I didn't have a choice, whereas people today have a choice.
Yeah.
You know, compare yourself to something that's not always real, which is social media.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't have that choice. So I had to deal with it.
Yeah.
And they said I wore it with honor, and the honor was I didn't want to let my family down. So I would put pressure on myself just going out on the football pitch. The last thing I used to do before I put my shirt on was look at the name on the
Yeah.
back of the shirt and to say
Yeah.
to myself, I can't let this name down. I can't let the family down. But I enjoyed pressure. I liked it, so I used to put more on myself.
Yeah.
And that was because I always had to deal with having that pressure of being a Ferdinand or being Rio's brother. But it set me in good stead for the rest of my life, if I'm honest with you. And like I was talking to you there about the situation with the racism incident. You know, hundreds of thousands of abuse every day I got for over a year. You know, and football not being a way out for me. I used it for a way out, but it wasn't always. It was always there. It was constantly always there. I felt good on the pitch, but then for those who have watched my documentary, my manager at the time, Neil Warnock, said that I was away with the fairies at times, but I never understood, never saw it. You know, and
Is that because
I'm
of
now a
is
big
that because of
advocate.
that pressure, like that you were like, right, let's go? Was your like, instead of sort of like moaning and stuff like that, your mind was like, right, do you know what? Let me keep going. Let me get this done. Let me do this. That was your way of
Yeah,
dealing. That was your way of dealing
hundred
with it.
percent, hundred. It's like when the day before we played Chelsea in the FA Cup at Loftus Road. That was the first time I played against Chelsea after that in the FA Cup. Um, and I got sent bullets the night before the game. The manager, Mark Hughes at the time, the manager weren't going to play me, but we had a conversation. And I said to him, no, I have to play tomorrow. And the reason being was I can't make the Chelsea fans feel like they've won.
Yeah,
You know, that was
yeah,
like, I can't make them feel like they've won. If I don't play tomorrow, they're going to think it's because they sent me the bullets. And
yeah,
I can't, mentally, I won't be able to deal with that. And I said to Mark Hughes, if you do that, then I'm finished at this football club. I won't be able to play for you again because I'll lose respect for you.
and it's everyone
You know,
behind
and
you as well, isn't it? Like, what's the message you send if you don't?
exactly, exactly. I'm
If
not
you
just
don't,
representing myself.
yeah,
I'm not just representing my family. I'm representing a whole culture.
yeah,
You know,
100,
and my culture at that.
yeah.
So it wasn't something that I was willing to do, which was not to play. I had to play that game.
Yeah, no, listen, I respect that. I admire that. That's because, as you said, it's not just it's the bigger picture, isn't it? It's about everyone else that's involved, and you had to deal with all the weight on your shoulders during that, but you stepped up, and I'd say you had a part to play in hopefully what's going on in the Premier League now with some of that, with what's going on, along with everyone else that's been attacked racially and both in the pitch, outside the pitch. Uh, Anton, I'm aware that 5 minutes we're probably going over 5 minutes already,
Oh man,
but it was deep. So and listen, I know that's going to make a difference in someone hearing this today. So the next one, football's obviously been a major part of your life. Sport's been a major part of your life. Performance, mindset. So what would you say is one of the biggest lessons that you've taken from football that's made an impact on your personal life, professional life, family life?
I think the biggest thing that I've taken from football and taken it into everyday life for me, whether it be family, or whether it be work, business, is you've always got to work hard to improve yourself. If you don't work
Mm,
hard to improve yourself, you're not always going to enjoy what you're doing. When I use football as an example, I always worked hard to improve because if you don't improve, you don't always enjoy it. You know, so to keep the enjoyment, you have to get better, and the
yeah.
only way you get better is to improve. You know, and not to allow anyone to control your narrative. You got to be the one that controls your narrative.
Yeah, 100%. I heard a quote the other day. I think you might appreciate this, Anton, which is if you don't know what to work on yourself. And
Exactly,
I feel like that's similar to what you're saying there. And I love what you said about sort of not stagnating, continue with that hunger, that determination, just to continue getting better, keep stepping up, keep striving to just get the W. And
exactly.
the last one, obviously, Anton, appreciate your time on the 5 minutes with. I hope you continue to watch some of these as I speak to some of UK's most loved individuals, most known individuals, and hearing what they have to say about mindset. But as we think about that, who would you like to see me spend 5 minutes on this podcast with next?
A hard question, you know. Akala,
Akala. Yeah, I'd love that. I'd love that one as well.
yeah,
Um,
Akala.
I'd love that one as well. Well, look, Anton, it's a pleasure for those that are watching. Look, we hope to catch you here next time. But for now, God bless you. Let's go.